Remember, the key to success is working hard. For our country, we must have regard. Forget all your differences, let we start to build. And onward to progress we surely will. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together.
Come, my brother, come, my sister, and let us build a nation together. I want to welcome you to the Dynamic Hour. Again, the folks on Facebook and YouTube, please share the live. Sharing is caring. When you share the live, you give your friends on your page the opportunity to view, to be a part of the conversation. I want to start off by saying I'm happy to be back. For those who listen to only the morning program, I did last night's program. That's the nightly program, the hub. For those who listen only to the morning program, I was out for a bit. I was in the diaspora for a short period of time. And what I try not to do is to spill the beans or let you know before I exit where I'm going or what I intend to do. Because there are some things that must be done covertly so, in a very clandestine way, but with a positive objective. I want to get into the meat of this morning's conversation by saying the NDC is at work. We saw over 200 young men graduate from the Empower program. Historically, you would not have so many graduating from the program. So they would enter the program but not graduate from it to receive the grant of $2,400 under the NNP, because that's a program that started under the NNP. The NDC came into power. They realized that the program was a good program. So they kept the program, but they enhanced it. They increased the stipend given to the young men. Instead of them receiving $700, they now receive $1,000 as a stipend. And when they complete the program, they would get, instead of $2,400, $3,000 to start their own little business, to get on their feet. So stipend, $1,000 every month instead of $700 every month, and a grant, money that they don't have to pay back, but given to them to start their own little business, to start off with what they went to train or study for. All right, so enhanced. The program has been enhanced.
Over 200 young men graduated from the Empower 4.0 program on Wednesday. The Empower program is a year-long initiative for unemployed young men between the ages of 18 and 35. The program aims to foster personal and professional growth by equipping participants with life and vocational skills. Inmates of Her Majesty's Prison also have the opportunity to participate in some aspects of the program. The program was comprised of life skills sessions, community service projects, and technical and vocational training in areas such as general construction, printing and graphics, and musical performance. Minister for Youth and Sports, the Honorable Delma Thomas, congratulated the graduating cohort on their achievement.
This program is not the end, it's the beginning. Take what you've learned and build on it. Start that small business, continue your training, or volunteer in your community. Let people look at you and say, that's an empowered man, respectful, responsible, and ready.
Featured speaker Kenny James encouraged the young men to play an active role in society.
People, and in particular, you, our youth, no longer can we say in Grenada that the youth is the future. Because really, the future is today. We need you today to be productive men in the Grenadian society, not tomorrow. You have to start now. And you are the resources that Grenada has and we can boast about.
Though over 400 young men registered for the program, only 208 completed it. Some participants shared their experience.
This program was a restart at life and another chance to grow my knowledge. After an 8-year course, court case that ended in a conviction, transitioning back into life felt overwhelming. The Empower program became the catalyst that kickstarted my movement and helped me believe I could rebuild.
The team at Empower didn't look at our past. They looked at our potential. They believe in us way before some of us started believing in ourselves. Whether it was learning trade, improving our communication, or building discipline, every lesson came with something deeper, which is self-worth.
Support through the Empower program is ongoing, as graduates will receive mentorship and a grant of $3,000 for entrepreneurial or professional pursuits.
Yes, so this is a good program, a very, very good program. But historically, you would have very few young men graduating from the program. So you had, 400 young men entering the program and 208 graduated. But that's high compared to previous programs where they would enter and not graduate. So you're talking about 208 young men receiving that grant of up to $3,000. So it could be that as part of the training, they became, let's say, a carpenter, a mason, and they may need tools to ply their trade or to work. Could be a joiner, it could be a tailor, or something like that, or a cook. You need certain things, or maybe you able to make something, add value to something. That is what the grant is for. And a grant is something that you don't have to pay back. It's given to you to aid what you do, to help you. But I love the fact that there is mentorship, there is support given to them even after they graduated from the program. So this is really, really good. And I love that. Young men from His Majesty's Prison also part of that program. It's really a program to give them a fresh start in life. So this is a good program. And it speaks to the maturity of the government. They met that program there, but they saw the good in it. And they decided to keep that program, expand that program, enhance that program. And we are seeing today the results of that. That is a government that cares about young people. Folks, let's continue with some more information. Positivity galore. Lauriston Airport.
Minister for Carriacou and PT Martinique Affairs, Honorable Tevin Andrews, has announced that the Lauriston Airport will soon be officially renamed the H.A. Blaise Airport. Minister Andrews also provided an update on ongoing upgrades to the facility, revealing that runway edge lights, aerodrome lights, and beacons have all been delivered and are scheduled to be installed by November 14th. He added that obstruction lights are already on site and the Grenada Airports Authority is coordinating the installation ahead of the planned commencement of night landing operations.
Leads to the Lawrenson Airport, which will soon be named the H.A. Blease or the Hubert A. Blease Airport. Mr. Speaker, the runway edge lights and aeroport lights and new aerodrome beacons have all been delivered and will be installed by the 14th of November.
According to the minister, the government aims to facilitate night landing flights at Carriacou Airport by the first quarter of 2026, marking another phase in the island's aviation development efforts.
On site, and the Grenada Airports Authority, Mr. Speaker, is coordinating the installation ahead of the night landing operations. So the intention is by the first quarter of 2026, we will be able to accommodate night landing in Carriacou.
Yes, so that's a government with a vision. Remember, the NNP was in power for 23 years. Keith Claudius Mitchell was Prime Minister for 23 years and a half. This old cock has been there and never had the vision to make sure that the lone airport in Carriacou gets night landing, and all that must be in place are in place to facilitate night landing. Carriacou, they voted time after time after time for the NNP, but the NNP never saw the wisdom. Because remember, to get to Carriacou, you have to go via boat or plane, but the plane is during the daytime. And remember also, the NDC make sure that there are bigger planes going to Carriacou. I can't remember how many people were able to travel at once to Carriacou in the past. If it's 9 or 7 or 5, I just can't remember how many people with the small planes that you have to close the plane, right? The passenger has to assist to close the plane. These small planes, I don't know if it's 9-seater or 7-seater, the small amount. But this time around, when NDC came in, they got the 19-seater. So 19 people could go up to Carriacou at once. That never used to happen under the NNP, because the NNP never had the vision. So now the NDC is renaming this airport after one of the heroes in Carriacou, Hubert Blaise. He was Prime Minister of Grenada. And we know what Keith Claudius Mitchell did to this man. All right. So I'm happy that they're renaming that airport after him. This is significant. But they're not just changing the name, they're upgrading the airport. They're putting the required, amenities, because they're doing some renovation and reconditioning of the airport building itself. And then they preparing for the night landing. So a lot must be done to reach to that place. So the first quarter into the second quarter of next year, there is a move to have night landing. So nearly all the things that are required are on island and in Carriacou. So they're installing and setting up. But this is a major, major development, because NNP won Carriacou over and over and over again for so many years. And then you have those political zombies talking about Tevin this and Tevin go this, and you had, what is that cowpole lunatic, right? And poor George Grant, not George Grant, but George Worm, falling for the trap, publishing all the rubbish from this political lunatic about Tevin this and Tevin has done more in Carriacou than all of them who were there in 3 years. Look at the amount of work this young man have done for Carriacou and Petit Martinique. So this is vision, to have night landing. And mind you, those other little islands that are smaller than Carriacou, have night landing years ago. So it says something. It's like you're doing the same thing over and over, and somebody from outside has to come and say, but the corner's not clean, you know. That shouldn't be done that way. And then you do it based on what they tell you, and you realize you're making a mistake all the while. That is what the Carriacou and Petit Martinique people are actually doing. They voted for NNP over and over and over again, but no development, nothing significant happened for them. We have to call it out. So MP Tevin Andrews, the Honorable Tevin Andrews, big up your whole self, take a bow. You have always put the people of Carriacou and Petit Martinique first. During the NNP, they were like stepchildren. They got everything last. Or anything that they got, it was the remnants. The focus was on mainland Grenada. But now we are seeing Carriacou center stage, given the respect that Carriacou and Petit Martinique that they deserve. So take a bow. And all those who are talking nonsense, they are not living in reality, because Tevin continues to work for the people of Carriacou and Petit Martinique. So this is great, and it speaks to the vision of the NDC. If NDC was not in power, what is happening in Carriacou and Petit Martinique would not have happened. We would not have seen all of these things. And there are more to come. Boots on the ground. Boots on the ground. I want to say, folks, it is important for you to understand the NNP's strategy. They are still campaigning as though they are existing in 2003 or 1995. They are campaigning as though they're in the past. They have not innovated. They have not upgraded. They have not come up with any new strategies. Same old way of campaigning. So they cry, they moan, they groan, they complain. They have all the bad things to talk about. They would, make you believe that the heavens are falling. They would make you believe that. But their numbers are not growing. They are not attracting new people into their party. Things are not happening for them. And if you listen to the people in the diaspora, you would get a sense, because they support the family members and friends back home. They have huge influence. And for me, as I study the politics, as I appreciate the politics more and more, I get to understand the main players and who could make this thing happen. And the people in the diaspora have a key role to play. I listened to the NNP last night, and they comment down very harshly on the people of the diaspora. I don't know what the people in the diaspora did to the NNP. They're of the view that a Grenadian should not qualify for a low-income house, let's say in Corinth housing scheme or in Busheshu housing scheme or in Mali housing scheme, the Chinese low-income houses. They're of the view that if you leave Grenada and you go to the United States or you go to Canada or you go to the United Kingdom, a Grenadian, that you should not get that opportunity. That's how the NNP is thinking, and they're going on the platform and saying so and expressing that. They may not be saying it in those words, but when you listen to them, they're angry, they're bitter, and it's spilling over. What is wrong with a Grenadian brother or sister applying for a low-income Chinese home? Let's say the one for $55,000 or the one for what's the next price? 55 and something else, right? What's wrong with that? They're our brothers and our sisters. I don't know what the people in the diaspora did to the NNP. I don't know, and I'm still trying to find out because they're bitter. They're angry with the people in the diaspora. Why? What have they done to you? They're Grenadians just like you. You're not more Grenadian than them. Jukutu Clarice Modeste, you're not more Grenadian than a Grenadian brother or sister who went to the United States or Canada or the United Kingdom. Who the hell you think you are? You're not more than them. We're all equals. We are Grenadians. We're small islands, right? Small island states. Small islands. So you go to greener pastures to work and you build or you buy lands, you invest. That's what it is. It's not only Grenada that is happening to. So the hatred, stop it. So someone is saying to me 70, the other one is about 70-something thousand dollars. All right? But I am saying to you, when you listen to them on their platform, they are bitter, they are angry, they're sad. But I hope that all people are listening and following and understanding that these people, they don't like you. They don't want you to invest in this place. They don't. The NNP is nasty like that. But I'm happy that you're able to see through them. And we have to call them out. Again, I say, you are not more Grenadian than the people who, born and bred here, left for opportunities, left to go to greener pastures, and they're living in the diaspora. They come home from time to time. You're not more than them. So the NNP, they're bitter, they're angry. You listen to them and you wonder. But mind you, they know all the problems. Jukutu Clarice Modeste. I wonder if she's still wearing that old wig. Wig to me that looks old and dirty. That's how it looks to me. It may not be so, but that's how it looks to me. She was Minister of Health, right? Was everything perfect under Clarice? Look at Clarice constituency. One of the poorest constituency in the state of Grenada. The NDC has to go into that constituency and help these people, but they kept voting for NNP over and over and over. Clarice should be the last to talk about health care. What's wrong with Clarice? What's really wrong with you, woman? I don't move there. So she has all the answers, but she's not telling us. No, she knows all the problems. She has all the answers to fix the healthcare system. But woman, you've been there for donkey years. What the hell you didn't fix it? Huh? But all of a sudden, you're in opposition, you have all the answers. You know, sometimes I wonder, you're listening to Keith Mitchell, that old Crebo, that political, good for nothing derelict, along with Popo Black. This guy been there as prime minister for 20-something years. Only Bacchanal and melee. To me, Keith Mitchell was a fouchette in politics. A melee man. A Bacchanal man. If it's not the union he gets it on with, well, it's the nurses and the doctors. If it's not the nurses and the doctors, the bus drivers. If it's not the bus drivers, school children. Everybody. Keith Mitchell, Keith Claudius Mitchell, was a political fouchette. A melee man, a Bacchanal man. And he was suffering, to me, from Shotman syndrome. But we turned that page from that old quank. We turned that page. We don't want that again. Go on, enjoy your retirement. Still believing that he's relevant. What's wrong with that piece of thing? You see, there comes a time when you need to exit. A good dancer knows when to get off the stage, or else the same people who will start saying, boo, boo, boo. They go chase you down the stage. Grandpa Keith, get out now. Get out. You got beaten by this young guy. The guy beat you bad, Deacon beat that piece of man bad, That's not no Tambran whip, That's bully whip. Bully whip. They send you to cut the bully. Right? The whip. And they strip it. They ask you to strip it. Strip the bully. And they make you bend back and they just lashing you. Deacon beat that boy, Deacon beat it. Relics, a first timer in the politics beat that man like a. In other words, you need to get out at your peak. You're a defeated old political jagabat. You're a Crebo. We have the thing to break for you. The wood, we go break it and confuse you. Get out. Get out. Quill, get out. He still believes that he's relevant. And then you have Emlyn Pay. Poor Emlyn Pay. What they put that woman there for? But I'm happy that she's there, because as long as she's there, NDC will remain in power and win over and over. She's irrelevant. The woman has no appeal. Every time she speaks, it's as though she's crying. She's emotional. It's like she going through, she cycle. The monthly cycle, she's emotional. She can't be level-headed and calm and just rah, 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 rah. Miss Complain or Miss Concern. I am concerned. I am very concerned. I am concerned. That's how she operates. I am saying, can you, for a moment, just think or picture Emlyn Pay being in charge of this place? You're joking. She doesn't have what it takes. And just as her husband, look, Tafawa Pay is a dum-dum, he's a dum-dum. The guy been a police officer for all of these years. The guy's parading, going on all kind of podcasts and talking all kind of jackassness. Tafawa Pay, to me, is a dum-dum. That is, to me, that's my belief. Tafawa Pay is a dum-dum. The way he spoke, and he started to talk about all kind of stuff. Shut your trap. Shut your and go and relax yourself. Enjoy your retirement. Why you not telling us how much money you got? That old doom. Why you not telling us how much money you got? And how much you getting as pension? How much you got as gratuity? I'm telling you. But you out there looking for sympathy. Why, what wrong with you? Wear your pants. Wear the pants, you political doom. Wear the pants in the house. I am the man! I am the man here. You hear me? I am the man. I am wearing the damn pants here. I'm encouraging you to wear the pants. Wear the pants. You're crying like a shishi. Tough out pair. I believe you're a damn doom. In my belief. You hear me? Wear the pants. Pull it up. Wear the pants, boy. Wear it. You coward. You hear? Wear the damn pants. Don't make Emlyn pair wear the pants. Don't make Miss Concern wear the pants. You wear the pants. And when you're speaking, you all kind of podcast, talking with Jenny and whoever, tell us how much money you got as part of your package. You hear me? Tell us how much money you got. You want sympathy. You're only crying. You're political doom. You're a fool. You're a lunatic, in my belief. You're stupid. Enjoy your damn money. What's wrong with you? Enjoy your money, you doom like you. You're parading with all this stupidness. I don't move there. But anyways, I am saying this because you have to look at the NNP. The NNP is like Gary Party, the Gulp, the GULP. That's the NNP now. A dying breed. In fact, we can go as far as to say an infertile embryo. A zygote. They are not able to build and make more and reproduce or expand. Nothing. They're stuck. They're stuck there. They're not offering anything new. You ask Emlyn about the position of NNP regarding the reader installation or installment. She said, well, we're waiting. She used words to the effect, we're waiting on the government. So based on the government position, then they will come out, rah. Nothing of significance. They can't think for themselves. It's just sad to see the state of the NNP. They went to Grand Roy last night, and they went with two buses. They have this big white, what do we call it, PTS, NTS, a coaster, whatever you want to call it. And they're picking up people from St. David, well, particularly St. David. So that bus is organized from, who's that person now calling me again? Watch me. How can I help you?
Where's Sheldon Scott at? I ain't hear him in a
Well,
long
I don't care where Sheldon Scott is in, but I am in Grenada. All right? Have a nice day. Yeah, I don't care what Sheldon Scott. I'm in Grenada. I'm a Grenadian. I'm a born Grenadian. I'm here. I ain't come here. I don't care what Sheldon Scott. So, they picking people up. Belial, Redgate, St. David. Whole busload of people. A coaster, And then they had a small bus. So that's what they're doing. So they go to these meetings and they bus people. So they're not going there to have people in that community come out and be a part of the meeting. It's a show. So they bus people into those communities. And then some people, well, they're a crowd what they make that? Clarist, modest, Yap Yap in Grand Roy last night. When Clarice Modest passing on St. John in St. John's Day when she was minister, whoop, 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 whoop. She know people in that area. Huh? So it was a poor showing again for the NNP in Grand Roy, St. John. And I tell people, if and when Kireen James, all we hear they saying about Kireen James Day, if she run again in St. John, she beating whoever the NNP put up. You hear me? I know about that. Go and ask Clarice Charles, not Clarice Modest. Clarice Charles. She won by about 55 votes that election. So I know, I'm not guessing this. All right? But it's a poll. It was a poll showing. A poll showing. Again, by the NNP. And everywhere they go, they bossing people. And they're trying to drum up support. It's sad. The NNP is a dying breed. People not interested in NNP anymore. You speak to young people, and they will tell you. They don't see NNP as the future. Nealon Franklin said so, may his soul rest in peace. NNP doesn't have what it takes. They look dark. It's like your neighbor has a smart TV, and you have a person with a antenna, still, this kind of metal thing in the house, fighting to get signal. That's NNP. That's NNP. Nothing new, nothing, analog. It's black and white. It's obscured. It's darkish. It's not. There's no life. It's like you have a house, and it's all wall. That's the NNP. It's dark in there. There's no life, no nothing. You complaining, you're grinding, you're groaning. But then your neighbor has a house, same size, and decided, well, there's natural light here. We're going to put glass in front. We're going to put glass to this side to get natural light and bring life to the place. You go in some people's house, or, you go in somebody's house, and the whole pilot thing is just a plenty thing. And then you say, but you don't need all of these things here. Your drawing room or your sitting room don't need all of these things. Your bathroom don't need all of these things. Your kitchen don't need all of these things. Your closet and your room don't need to be all jammed up with all kind of stuff. No, that's the NNP. It's dark. That's the NNP. They're not the future. They don't represent newness. They don't represent creativity. They don't represent vision. They don't represent ingenuity. They don't represent anything transformative. That's sad. That's really sad. But I'm happy that the Grenadian people are seeing the way. I listen to them every day. I interact with them every day. I want to call on the Most Honorable Deacon Mitchell, our beloved Prime Minister, to rethink this $10,000 given to the NNP members of Parliament. Because this $10,000 is to be used in the constituency to help the constituents of those constituency. And there isn't enough accountability where that is concerned. So the Parliament, who is responsible for it, should answer to the taxpayers. So Leo Keto, you have a responsibility to answer to the taxpayers. This $10,000, there is enough justification to cut this $10,000 from this lazy NNP MPs. Cut it. I am calling on the Most Honorable Deacon Mitchell, our beloved Prime Minister, to rethink giving these people a new vehicle. They don't deserve it. They don't deserve it. I am calling on the most honorable Deacon Mitchell, our beloved Prime Minister, to rethink this whole $5,000 given to these people as a monthly salary. They don't deserve it. And you have enough grounds to cut the damn thing. Cut it. And we will support you 100%. Because it's alleged that one of them, while they did not come to the parliament sitting, it's alleged that one of them was in New York shopping away. That's how they see this thing, as a damn joke. A joke. You hear me? That's how they see it. They don't go. When last you see Keith Mitchell in the parliament? When last you see this old man in the parliament? I mean, look, I have a lot of elderly friends, but this guy's tired. He's burnt out. Come on. And those who are wrong him, they're not even, well, I mean, he's not setting an example. So what do you expect they're going to do? There is a need to rethink these things. You can't be treating these people nicely. No, you can't. They know damn good. NNP, those MPs and them, I know them. You think they're good? Politically and otherwise? They don't care about no damn body. They just like power. But you go and assess, evaluate all the years they've been there. What have they done for the people in the constituency? Some of the poorest constituencies are their constituencies. They're among the latrine pits they leave as a legacy for their people. I'm telling you, cut it. You need to cut these things. You don't treat these people nicely. They don't know about niceness. You listen to Emlyn Pierre. What's wrong with that old piece of thing? What's wrong with that? Wrong with you, girl? What's wrong with you? Huh? What's wrong with you? Why don't move there? Huh? Move there. These people, they're lucky, they're lazy. So they don't come to the parliament and they run in front of a camera and a mic and they yap, 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 yap. Cut the damn thing from these people. Cut it. Politics has its own morality. Don't give them. Give everybody else. Don't damn give them. Don't give them. Who cares? Don't give them and we will support you. Let them go and sell bakes and fish cake on the side of the damn road to make money, to do things in the thing, because they're not doing anything with the money that, in my belief, that they're getting. We are calling on you to put your feet down. NNP, I always say to you, NNP is like a woman you pick up. She actually hula hoop or she dog muscles and you're playing your fast and you go and you bring her in a place where you get manicure and pedicure. You do she nails, you do she foot, you scrub she foot and you put her in high heels. And you nice up with fancy dandan. The minute time she get comfortable, she taking the same shoes, high heel and kick you. That's NNP. And then you're playing fast again. She get license. You send her back to school. You nice up she hair. You put her in your house. Well, no stuff you're getting hun. You're looking like cow hun. You're looking like goat. Well, not cow. You're looking like all kind of hun. She start taking man on you. She start doing this on you and doing that on you. She get comfortable. It has to be a gradual. It has to be gradually. What's that word? Matriculatively. Step, like a step. You can't just. No, you mad. Come back and kick you. That's NNP. That's them. You can't treat them nice and you give them vehicle for what? Huh? And they get salary, increased salary, constituency allowance. Now they get in a vehicle. Hello? I'm saying to you, NNP, they're ungrateful. You don't hear? Jukutu Emlyn Pierre, Jukutu Clarice Modeste, Jukutu Kate Lewis. You don't hear? You heard them? They're brazen, they're brave, they're bold. They have it easy. During NNP time, They didn't get a raise or an increase in their salary. No. You see, you can't be, you don't see politics as fairness. Politics is not fair. You take care of your people and your own. It's what it is. That's politics in small islands. It's not fair. If you want fairness, go to the court. If you want fairness, go to the church, and you may not even get it there. Politics is not fair. I remember Tobias Clement begging them to increase the money for parliamentarians and for the opposition, and I think he wanted some office. They shunned him. They treated him with disdain. They laughed at him. They scoffed. They jeered. They celebrated the damn thing. They never treated the guy with any dignity. They never saw him as important. But he made a profound statement. He's not my cup of tea. He's not. But at the end of the day, he was frank. He was open. He said, I think there should be an increase. And that was parang for them. But the NDC came and they got it easily. So they could jump plane and go and shop or order things on Shein and go and pick it up. You know, they could enjoy the thing. And then they work in, because remember, you're in opposition, you could still work wherever and still collect that $5,000. They live in good, you know. They live in damn good. Real good too. They're not going in the parliament to do the people's work, and they're collecting $5,000 every month. Plus they're working. Plus they're working wherever they're working. So they're collecting their salary there too. Make that thing soak in a bit, you know. They're not going in the parliament where they're supposed to go and do the damn people's work. But they're getting their money at the end of the month. Politics is not a fair game. Politics is not a fair sport. No. You got to treat them harsh and treat them rough. You hear me? If you're too nice, Popo, if you're too nice, you got a problem with these jagabats. Popo, if you're too nice, they go trample you. You hear me? Don't be nice to them. I know them. They're ungrateful. They know damn good. If you're too nice to them, you go end up in problem issues, because they're taking that same money and that same resources and they go, be careful. Be careful. They're working where they're working, you know. Who teaching, who say they're a consultant, who say they this, who say they're working other places. So they're collecting a salary at the end of the month. And then they're getting $5,000. They could pay their mortgage. They could buy, you know, this and buy that, and they they live in good. But thanks to the NDC is the one giving them this. You hear me? Then they have a vehicle to come, some brand new vehicle. And look, I understand the Prime Minister, you know. Yeah, I understand. You want to build institution. NNP don't know nothing about institution and building institution. Tillman Thomas tried it. And what they do, they crucify him. They crucify him. He's a soldier for Christ. They drag him in the streets. Building institution. NNP knows nothing about institutional building. Don't make them make you believe that they know about that. It's like you bring NNP in a restaurant. They know about fork and knife. So they start to eat with it. Well, you're not roti you eating. It's not roti you eating. You have steak. You have a knife. You have to cut and, you know, have you well done or you You have to cut them things. That's the NNP. But mind you, you bring them in that restaurant and the thing it surprised their chest. That is what they're experiencing now. All of these things that they get in and they're not accustomed to that. Don't treat them that way. They don't deserve it. NNP, they're ungrateful. They're ungrateful. Don't treat them that way. Don't make them believe that they're, thankful and appreciative. Don't do it. Small island politics requires that kind of harshness and toughness, and you got to treat them the way they should be treated. NNP, they know damn good. And they're revengeful. So I am saying all of this to say, look at how they're conducting themselves. They don't come to parliament. They don't do the people's business. And they don't care. And then they run on the media and they run the labas. They open their dirty mouth. But that's what they're accustomed to. They love that. And they get in the platforms to do it. Cut the money. Take the damn money away from them. Who cares? Who cares? Take it. Don't give them no damn vehicle. Cut the 10,000 constituency allowance. Or the salary. Delay it. Delay the damn thing. Technical issues. Delay it. That's what you got to do. There are ways of skinning that. You understand me? Delay the thing. Don't pay these people on time. Those NNP MPs. You got to crush them. Deal with them the way they're supposed to be dealt with. They don't deserve it. They don't deserve it. You hear me? They don't deserve it. And I don't care if you like it or you don't. That's your damn business. At the end of it all, that is small island politics. Simple as that. If you enter it, that is exactly what it will be. Look at them. They don't show up in the parliament and they go on the TV. You're paid to go to damn walk. When them teachers and them go out and demonstrate, you're quick. I mean, if they don't work, they shouldn't be paid and they dog them people's salary. Just take them people money, from their salary. You could imagine that. But they're not going in the parliament. They're not going in the parliament. They're not going to work, but they want pay. They want pay. They want the $5,000 every month. You have to come down on these people. And watch me. I will call on my government and my party and my prime minister and all those in cabinet. You need to take certain actions because politics is not this nice sport where you play nice and you play nice and you play nice. No. I'm saying there is a need to make these people understand what it is. And it's high time that happens. You could imagine all of them, They don't even have a reason why they were not in parliament. So they're not going in the upper house seating. They're not going in the lower house. What is this? What is this? And they getting money at the end of the month? Nah. Nope. Nah. We have to put our feet down. Because these people, they know good politically. Don't believe that they're good. All they want is power. And if they ever get power, is revenge. Revenge. You think they're going to operate this way? You joking, NNP? And I have lived through NNP. I know how they operate. You hear me? I know how they operate. They love revenge. So it's a word to those who are listening. Do not believe that these people are genuine. They're dangerous when it comes to, them going on TV and cry and say, well, the government is unfair and the government this, and they then go to parliament because of authoritarianism and all kind of nonsense.
The NDC Canada chapter presents its pre-Christmas dinner and dance, happening on Saturday, November 15, 2025, at the Church of the Nativity Banquet Hall, Malvern, 10 Seawells Road, Scarborough. Come and enjoy a delicious mouth-watering buffet dinner served at 6 p.m., followed by an evening of music, laughter, and dancing, with music by DJ Ambi and Selector Vibes. Tickets are only $75. And yes, there will be raffles and lots of door prizes to win. It's a pre-Christmas celebration and fundraiser, all in support of moving Grenada forward. Don't miss it. Get your tickets today. Call Kingsley at 416-209-6226, Julian at 647-561-4350, or Louise at 905-865-1027. E-transfer payments will be accepted.
Yes. I was looking for another ad there because I know our beloved Prime Minister and I think the Honorable Ron Reddit and others, they will be in Florida from today, I think. Today or tomorrow. They'll buy from Friday. All right? So they will be in Florida. So I was looking for that other ad there to promote that event because quite a bit is happening on that front. All right? So I think it's the 3rd anniversary they're having in Florida. So let me try to get that there. Let me try to get that. All right. Right. Let me try to get this ad. Yes. So beloved Prime Minister will be out there on this weekend.
Attention everyone! Join us for a night to remember at the NDC Florida chapter's 3rd anniversary celebration on Saturday, November 8th. Indulge in a delicious buffet-style meal for just $100 and mingle with friends and fellow supporters as we celebrate our achievements. Our esteemed guest of honor, political leader, and Prime Minister Honorable Dickon Mitchell will be there to share his insights. Get ready for a vibrant Caribbean cultural experience at the MOV Fusion Bar and Grill, located at 4575 North Pine Island Road. Enjoy performances from Alba Boy, Posh, and Anila Welch Miller that will keep you entertained all night long. It's a semi-formal affair, so dress to impress. Mark your calendars for Saturday, November 8th and be part of an unforgettable evening.
Right, so that the 8th, that's this weekend, as this weekend out there in Florida, the Florida chapter of the NDC. So go there and support them, get your tickets, and be a part of this event. All right? Our beloved Prime Minister will be in attendance. I know the Honorable Ron Reddit will be in attendance and others. So it will be quite an affair, quite an evening. So please be a part of that. So folks, I want to wish you all the best. Have a wonderful day. I will be back with you tonight in the hub, starting from 8 in the PM, God's willing. So take good care and bye for now. But remember that this program is paid for by people just like you. You pay the bills. You keep this program going. While I do not get a salary from it, I volunteer my time and effort, but the bills have to be paid. So if you're there and you feel the need to support, to give to the program, if you can't give, don't give. But if you can give, make that pledge today. You can send that pledge via Zelle, so I can provide you with the number to Zelle if you're in the United States, and I get the money instantly. If you want to send it via MoneyGram or Western Union, I can provide you with that information. If you're here in Grenada and you want me to pick it up or you want to give something to the program, holler at me. You know my number by now. Everybody knows my number, I think. 538-0933. So that's the program number. 1473-538-0933. Then my personal number, the phone that I carry with me, 1473-415-4817. 1473-415-4817 or 403-1019. All right. So again, it's an opportunity for you to give, to support the program, to keep it going. Call at me, WhatsApp me, and those who pledge also try to fulfill that pledge. All right, so we can meet our commitments. And if you can't give, don't make any pledge that you can't fulfill. All right. So I want to wish you all the best. Have a wonderful day, and I'll be back with you tonight